Good morning, children. Today we will be learning about chapter number 4, that is animating and previewing in PowerPoint. In the previous chapter, we have seen the advanced features of MS Word. So in the advanced features of MS Word, we have discussed how to use the mail and merge feature of MS Word. In this chapter, we will be learning about PowerPoint and how to apply animation and transition effects in PowerPoint. Before going to that, now let us understand what is PowerPoint and how do we use it and why do we use it. So coming to the introduction of PowerPoint, children. It is a presentation software that will allow you to represent your data in the form of electronic slides. So now what will these slides contain? These slides will contain text, pictures, they may contain sounds, they may contain videos, one after the other in a systematic format. Now there are different presentation softwares available in the market like Microsoft PowerPoint, OpenOffice.org, Impress, Lotus Freelance. So there are a number of applications available. The application which we'll be discussing today is MS PowerPoint, that is Microsoft PowerPoint. So children, Microsoft PowerPoint is one of the most popularly used presentation software and it is given by Microsoft. Now in this presentation application software, you can draw different diagrams, you can represent your data in the form of different pictures, clip arts, you can draw different flow charts and explain your information. You can add different colors, you can add different designs, you can add different special effects, you can add different transitions from one slide to another slide, and that will make your data look more attractive and appealing to the audience. Today I'll be explaining you the features in Microsoft PowerPoint 2007. So many of you must be having versions 2010, 2013 and above. So the basic features will remain the same. It's only about the different and more advanced animation options you have in the higher version, and the interface is more interactive in the higher versions. So I'll be explaining you the basic version and then you can implement and see the options in the higher versions of PowerPoint. Now why do we use PowerPoint? So there are a number of uses. We'll be discussing some popular ones. First, it is easy to use and learn. Since in Microsoft PowerPoint, it is very easy to apply your effects, very easy to apply the different options because the user interface is very much interactive. Second one is Microsoft Office package. So Microsoft PowerPoint is the part of Microsoft Office package and it is well integrated with the other application softwares of PowerPoint. For example, let's say when making the presentation, you need to use a chart or you need to represent your data in the form of a bar graph. So what you can do is simply create the data in the Excel sheet and you can create your bar graph and directly import the bar graph into your presentation software. As this is the part of Microsoft Office package, you can well integrate and work with different application softwares of Microsoft Office package together. Then it's a presentation tool. Using PowerPoint, you can create various presentation materials like charts, graphics, slides, handouts. You can prepare your own invitations or you can prepare more interactive documents. Then the important use of PowerPoint is it is a visual aid. So whenever you are representing your data or your information, rather than presenting it as a plain text, if you visually present your data, that looks more appealing and interactive to the user. The audience is more attracted towards your data when it is visually presented. So when you are using your PowerPoint presentation, just apply some nice bright colors, apply some different text formats, apply some different animating effects, transition effects, and that will attract your audience towards your data. They'll be more keen to know what you are presenting. The visual aid, being a visual aid, is the most important use of PowerPoint. Then it's a record keeper. So obviously when we are presenting our information, when we are presenting our records in the PowerPoint, maybe in the form of pictures or in the form of text or in the form of a video, so we scan the pictures and save them at a location in the photo album or any other folder which you want, or when you are presenting any data in the form of charts or something, you save the data first. So in a way, when you're presenting your data in the PowerPoint, you are also keeping a record of the same data. Now let us see how to start PowerPoint, because we have seen many uses of it. Now let us apply all these uses and see how PowerPoint is effective in representing your data in the form of a visual aid. To go to the PowerPoint, what you will have to do is go to the Start menu. In the Start menu, you will click All Programs. In All Programs, Microsoft Office, and there in Microsoft Office, you have Microsoft Office PowerPoint. Just click on PowerPoint. This is the opening screen. This is the first screen you see. Now let us see what do we get to see here. Now on the top we have the title bar where the name of your PowerPoint presentation will be displayed. Right now I have not saved it with any customized name, so the default name that appears is Presentation 1. When I save my presentation, automatically I'll be giving it a name, and then the name will change to the name which I give. So for now it's the default name, that is Presentation 1. Now here you have the quick access toolbar where you have the quick access tools. Then here we have the menu bar where you have the list of menus. Then we have a ribbon which contain groups, and each group has many functions that can be applied onto your slide. Now when you see here, this is your slide pane. So whenever you are inserting a new slide, all the options which you can apply on the slide, like most common options, I'll show you. Right click the mouse on the slide and see. So the most common options of the slide you can see here. You can just edit here, and then this is the master slide. The first slide of your presentation is always going to be the title slide, where you have to add the title to your slide. So the first slide will be the title slide. Here you will be adding the title of the presentation. And then here you will be entering the subtitle of the presentation. So once the title slide is done, then you can insert a new slide by simply going to the slides group on the ribbon. So in the home tab you have the slides group, and in the slide group, to add a new slide you will click on new slide. Now once you click here on new slide, the slide that opens is the title and content slide. So by default, the slide, when you add a new slide, the layout of the slide is going to be the title and content, where you write the title and you write the content. Suppose if you do not want the slide in this format, you need some other format of the slide. Let's say I'm writing difference between two different topics. So how do you do that? To change the layout of the slide, simply just go here on the slide, right click, and then you have the option called layout. So So just click here on layout and then there you have comparison. So if you click on this comparison, see, automatically the layout of the slide has been changed. So this is how you can change your layout. So I'll just go back and I will change it to title and content. So go to the slide, click on the layout and go to title and content. So here you can change the layout of your slide. Now let me add the title slide 1, and in the content I will add, this is my first slide. There you go. So this becomes my content and that becomes my title. Slide 1, this is my first slide. So this is how you are going to add the text to your slide. Now you can keep on adding different slides and adding your text to the slides. Once you are done with this, now here at the bottom you can see there is a bar which says click to add notes. So here the user can add the notes, the speaker, whoever is explaining the slide, can add their quick notes in this area if they want to. So this is what the notes area is used for. So these are the different components of slide and this is how you are going to add the slide. Now coming to the main option, that is how you are going to apply animation to your slide, how you will make your presentation more interactive and attractive. Now let us do that. I'll be applying my options on my first slide. So first, if you look here, my slide right now looks very plain. So I can change the theme of the slide or the design of the slide by simply going here to the menu bar in the design menu. So in the design menu, if you see, there are already many different given designs. So there are different designs which Microsoft Office has provided me by default. So I can choose any design and automatically that design will be applied on my slide, if you see here. So you can apply any design from the design menu. Now if you don't want to use this, you want to add some plain color or you want to simply add a neutral gradient, then what you have to do is right click on the slide and you have format background option. So click on format background option and in format background option you have different options like solid fill, gradient fill, picture or texture fill, hide background graphic. So let us see all these options one by one. First, solid fill. So just click on solid fill and choose the color which you want to fill in the background. Once you have done that, just close it. So now children, there are two options here, if you see, close and apply to all. So if you close, this will be applied to only this particular slide. But if you click on apply to all, the same color will be applied to all the slides. So I'll show you. See, right now only slide 2 has the yellow color and then slide 1 is in its old color. When I click on apply to all, even slide 1 will change to the yellow color. So that's the difference. If you choose a color and simply click on close, then that particular effect will be applied to only that slide. If you click on apply to all, then it will be applied to all the slides in the presentation. Now let us see second one, that is gradient fill. So in gradient fill you have some preset colors. You can choose the preset colors and close. So if you look here, when I click on only close, the preset color was applied to only the current slide. It was not applied to all the slides. Now let us insert one picture as a background. So to do that, again go to the format background, click on picture or texture. So there are already some textures present here. You can use different textures. See, just see how it's changing. So you can use different textures to apply on your slide. Or if you want to insert any specific picture, you will click here on file. So just click on file and you get all the pictures in your computer. Just select one picture which you want to insert as the background and click on insert. So that picture will be inserted in the background of your slide. So this is how you will change or format the background of your slide and make it more presentable. Now let us try to change the colors of this text and see. So I'll just change the background back to a neutral one. Now let us change the color of the text. So just select the text on which you want to apply the change. Just go to the font group. You can choose a different font. You can choose to increase the size or to decrease the size. You can choose from bold, italic, underline, whatever you want. You can change the color. And then you can change the text alignments, the text directions, and so on. So all these options you can just explore on your slide. Now coming to the main part, that is applying animations and applying transitions. Before knowing what is animation, how it is applied, what is transition and how it is applied, you should be clear with two important things. First thing is, animation is applied to a particular text or picture. So it will be applied to only a single or multiple object of the slide. So if I am applying animation, I can apply animation to this text, I can apply animation to this text separately, and if at all there are other text, I can apply animation to each and every individual object. Whereas your transition effects will be applied to the entire slide. So that's the basic difference. Animation will be applied to the objects in the slide. Your objects may be the text, maybe the pictures which you insert, maybe the flow charts which you are using, maybe the clip arts which you are using. So these all are objects. These are the different objects in one slide. Like if you have a box, if you have your geometry box, and then inside the geometry box you have different instruments. So each instrument becomes your object. So like that, here in the slide, your text, your pictures, your clip arts, your tools, these becomes your object. So animation will be applied to every object, whereas transition is applied to the entire slide. Now let us see how to apply animation first. So children, animations are the visual effects that make your objects look more attractive for the audience. Now it is important for you to know that there are 4 categories of animation. Now let us see how to apply them and what are the 4 categories. So to apply animation, as I told you, animation is applied to the objects, so you have to first select the object. Now my slide 1 becomes my object. To apply the animation, I will have to go to the animations menu on the menu bar. Now if you look here children, because I am using Microsoft Office 2007, I have my animations option and transition options in one single option, that is animations. But if you are using 2010 and above versions of PowerPoint, you will see different menus for animation and for transition effect. So now if you see, I have one option, animations, on the menu bar, and inside animations I have animations and transition groups. I have animations and transitions group. But if you are using 2010 and above version, Then this animation and transition, they are two separate menus on the menu bar. So now to apply animation, I will have to go to animation group and click on custom animation. When I click on custom animation, if you see here on the right side, I got the option to add effect. So there are 4 effects if you see here. These are the basic animation effects we have. So first is the entrance. These effects will be used for the entrance of the text. So when you are opening a slide, you will choose the entrance animation effects. Similarly, second one is emphasize. So emphasize will be used for emphasizing or bringing attention of the audience to one particular object which you want to make prominent in your presentation. Then you have exit. So exit will be used when you are closing the slide. So all these effects you are seeing here, they will be used while closing the slide. Then is motion paths. So for motion paths, you can apply different motion paths, how your text is going to enter and move onto the slide. Now let us see all these effects one by one. So as I told you, first is the entrance slide. So there are different effects here. I'll just go for flying in. So if you look here, when I clicked on fly in, my text just came from below as if it was flying. So now if you see here the options, so when do you want this animation to start? On click. So when I click the mouse, the animation is going to start. What is the direction of the text? The text will appear from the bottom. The speed, I can control the speed. I'll make the speed fast. So this is an average speed. Okay, don't just make it very slow so that the audience will feel disconnected from your presentation. Similarly, don't make it very fast because they won't be able to see it. So just keep a moderate speed, and once it is done, there you go. Now you can apply the other animation effects. So I'll apply first to this. I'll apply some emphasize. So grow and shrink. I'll apply this. So if you see here, the text is growing and then it's shrinking. So similarly, you can apply the exit effects and you can apply the motion path. So I'll apply one motion path by inserting the picture. To insert the picture, you will go to the insert, click on picture, and you can choose one picture from your computer and click on insert. So the picture is inserted in your presentation. Now once the picture is inserted, if you see, you can resize the picture by simply dragging it down. So you can see all these, the circles and the square here, they are called handles. So by clicking on the handle, you can increase or decrease the size of the picture. After increasing and decreasing the size of the picture, you can also make changes. You can make the picture more attractive. We'll be discussing that later on in the further chapters. For now, we have to focus on applying the animation effects onto your picture. So now let me apply one animation effect on this picture and see how it works. To apply the animation effect on the picture, same as usual, select the picture. Once the picture is selected, click on animation effects and I'll use motion path. So there are different motion paths here already given to me down. So this will just move down. So if you don't want to use this, you want your own customized path, what you will do is simply select the picture, add effect, motion path and click on draw custom path. So you can draw your own path. Let's say I want to draw the path in curve. So just click the mouse and you get to draw it. So there you go. My picture is moving in a curved path. Once again I'll show you. So all the animations. So similarly, you can apply your own animation effects and see. Next is the transition effects. So transition effects, children, they will be applied to your entire slide. When you are moving from one slide to another slide, that is the time when we'll be applying the transition effects. So transition effects can be applied by simply clicking on this transition group. There are already some predefined transition effects. If you see, I can apply any of them. So if I click on this, so this is how my slide will open. Right now, if you see, the speed is really very fast. So to change the speed, I'll go to the transition speed and choose a medium speed. So now you can see very clearly how the different transition effects are applied. So select one transition effect which you like. You can then click on apply to all to apply the same transition effect on all the slides. Then you can also add transition sound. So when you click on this, just add a transition sound. So along presentation, when the slide gets changed, along with changing slide, the transition will appear with a sound. So you can set them all, and then you can simply just slide show your presentation and see how it works. So all the animations are going to appear here. There you go. So this is how you will apply the animation effects and the transition effects on your slide. Now let's say I want to delete one of my animation. So it's very simple. You can see there are numbers on the animation 1, 2, 3, 4, and there are numbers here as well. Whichever animation effect you want to remove, just select that animation and click on remove. That's it. It's that simple. So if you see now, the third one is removed, so it will appear like this. So children, this is how you are going to add a new slide, make the slide more attractive, apply different animation effects, apply different transition effects on your presentation, and try as many options as you can here from the menu bar. This is about your chapter number 4, that is animating and previewing in PowerPoint. Now let me show you some of the advanced features which will be useful to you. So whenever you are making a presentation, you can also add your narration to the presentation. You can add the sounds to the presentation like a soothing music, or you can add some song to the presentation. So there are different options which can be used. So how you do that? Just click on the slideshow. In the slideshow, you will have a setup group. So you can go to the setup group, and in the setup group, you can record your narration and you can play along with your presentation. So whenever your presentation is being displayed, along with the presentation, your narration will be played. Similarly, you can add different sounds. You can add different music to your presentation by simply going to insert. Now in insert, you will have a group called the media clip. So in the media clip, you can add a movie or you can add sound. So in movie, you can add video clips. You can add small clippings which you want to display in middle of your presentation, like a short movie or some GIF file or something. Some video content which you would like to show your audience when you are presenting. And then in the sound, you can add some background narration, you can add some nice music, or you can add your recorded sounds. You can record your own sound and you can add them. You have all the options here. So now what I would like you to do is, you will want to create one PowerPoint presentation on any topic you want, and then apply all these effects which we have that is animation and transition effects, plus also apply all these editing options which I have just shown you to make your presentation look more attractive and interactive.